Tired of your clothes and your suits not fitting? In this video, I'm going to break down a couple of things that are going to help you be able to put your clothes on and you're going to be happy about the way they look. Okay? Because what I've been noticing are a lot of busy professionals who get really busy at work, really busy in their careers, and they find themselves over time. It doesn't happen right away, but over time, their belly gets bigger and their clothes stop fitting comfortably the way they want them to. And so this is common, something that I help a lot of my private coaching clients out with because they do have to wear suits when they're in the conferences or when they go to different business events, and when they just have their regular clothes on when they're with family and friends, and they want to feel happy and confident and proud about the way they look. And so here's the first thing: most people just focus on doing a lot of cardio, and there's nothing wrong with doing cardio. Okay, cardio is way more important, not just for like weight loss, but also just energy, also having energy physically, but mentally also. All right, if you struggle with having things like brain fog, definitely very important to do cardio. If you're very sedentary and you're not moving, definitely important to do cardio, because this is how folks end up having heart disease and other metabolic issues like type 2 diabetes, because they're not moving. But outside of just cardio, if that's all you do, you're going to lose weight and look skinny fat. And here's what I see a lot of people tell me: let's say they're 5'8", 280, and they start losing weight, but they're like, man, this doesn't look toned up while I'm losing it. I'm not defined. I don't have that definition that I want. This happens because just doing cardio does not tone you up. You're just losing weight. Okay? So therefore, you can be losing muscle too. You can lose some fat, but you're also losing muscle. But we want to keep the muscle. That way you look toned. That way you look strong and defined. You're proud about how you're looking in your clothes and suits. Okay? And so cardio won't build muscle, but what will is the training side of things. And so if you're like, man, I'm just gonna do cardio until I lose all this weight, that's the wrong way to do it. You want to be doing both at the same time. Okay? Because when you're lifting weights the right way, this is how you get your shoulders to look the way you want them to. Your chest, your waistline is going to be tightened and toned. Your arms, your legs. For all my ladies that may be watching, you want to have your lower bottom, looking good, right? You have to lift. You can't tone your chest muscles just doing cardio. Ladies, you can't tone your legs and your butt just walking on the treadmill. You gotta lift weights. So you need to be doing the squats. You need to be doing the bench press. You need to be doing the lat pull downs or pull ups and the rows and the bicep curl. You gotta do all of it, man. If you want to tone your body up, you want to be proud about how you're looking in your clothes, in your suits, and when you take your clothes off, it's very important to prioritize strength training, weight lifting. Okay? There are a lot of people out here who they'll say, well, I'm just going to do body weight. Well, you're going to be limited on what you can accomplish just doing body weight. Because if you're 30, 50, 100 plus pounds overweight, you're not even in a position where you can do pull-ups. And in some cases, what I found, people can't even do a push-up if they're really overweight. Therefore, that's why you got to go to the gym to be able to use this exercise equipment like bench press, the chest press machine, the row machine, the dumbbells, the squats, the leg presses. These exercises are going to help you hit and target muscles that just doing body weight you can't target. You can't target your hamstrings just doing body weight exercises. You can't target your biceps just doing body weight exercises. You got to go to the gym, okay, and start lifting weights. I see a couple people comment. I'm going to acknowledge y'all's questions and comments once I finish, because I don't want to break up the value that throughout this video, okay? And so prioritize strength training, lifting weights. 3 to 4 days a week is all you need. Most people think they got to be in the gym like a bodybuilder or like a fitness enthusiast, working out 6-7 days a week, multiple times a day. And you don't have to do that. When you have structure and you're not winging it, like just kind of like going to the gym just to check off the box and just say you did something, those are the types of people who tend to like get inconsistent results. They step on the scale one week, the weight went down, the next week the weight went back up. Or the clothes start fitting a little bit better, then the next week or so, it stops. That happens because there's no structure behind what they're doing. They're just like, I'm working out. But just working out, it doesn't mean you're going to get results. You got to start training. Training is what produces results. Training is when you're going to the gym with purpose. You're lifting weights with purpose. You know the exercises you need to be doing. You know the reps. You know the sets. You know the rest time. You know the cardio. And it fits your schedule. Guys, I get it. We all busy. And so being busy, you have to have a plan that supports your lifestyle. This is why over here we do lifestyle-based training. That way, if you only have 3 days a week that you can hit the gym, that's all you need. If you only have, let's say you have 4 days a week to hit the gym, that's all you need. You don't have to be in the gym like a bodybuilder or a fitness enthusiast. Now, if you have that time, then cool. But if not, totally fine. I have coaching clients who are dropping 30, 40, 50, up to 60 pounds in 6 months. Very sustainable weight loss in 6 months, 40, 50, 60 pounds, okay? Working out 3 to 4 days a week. And so a lot of people might think, well, how is that even possible, man? I'm going to the gym every day. And there's a lot of people who are like that. They go to the gym faithfully, consistent. I think we all see people like that. They go to the gym almost every day, but still don't look like they work out. And this happens because not just the workout side of things, but also the nutrition. The belly fat that a lot of people tend to have, the man boobs, the excess weight, that's not a training issue. That's a nutrition issue. You can't outwork poor nutrition habits. You can have the best training routine at the gym, but if you're not eating properly, you're just going to get strong. And you may find yourself having a little bit more energy because you're moving more. You're not being super sedentary. But if you're just packing it on, I'm talking about like, you could be eating healthy. But if you're eating the wrong healthy foods that are just dense with calories, you're going to have a hard time losing weight. Very hard time. I see it all the time. People who are eating these Subway sandwiches, going to Jersey Mike's, eating pasta for lunch or for dinner. It doesn't mean that these foods are bad, but these carbs are heavy in calories. And so this is why a lot of people, even eating salads, some salads are like dense with calories. You can go to what is it called? Chick-fil-A. They have salads that are like 700-800 calories, if not more. And a lot of people are like, oh, I'm eating healthy. I just don't know why their stomach won't go down. I don't know what it is. Well, you got to pay attention to the quality of the foods that you eat, because the quality will also define the quantity of calories that you're consuming. Okay? And so it's two sides to this. Yes, you have to understand your calorie intake. You do. Because if you don't understand that, you could be eating all the right foods but overeating them and not losing weight. And you're putting on all this work in the gym, getting stronger, you're getting bulky, but you're like, I don't want to get bulky. I want to get lean. I want to be toned. I want to be defined. You got to dial in that nutrition. Because there's people who go to the gym all the time, they're eating healthy, and they're getting bulky because they're not eating the right amount. Their portions are not dialed in, okay? But the people who go to the gym and they're training and they're eating in a way that supports the way they're training, these are the people who build muscle while dropping body fat. They're able to kind of like, you see these sculpture images all on social media where like the person is like chiseling off the fat. That's kind of like what it is. You're lifting weights, and so you're building muscle, but the nutrition is what's helping you drop that body fat that's covering all your muscle. It's covering up the arms and the legs and the abs on your waistline. Like, you want to be able to walk into work, or even if you're out with your family, you want to be proud about how your clothes fitting. You want to be confident. You want to have energy. You want people to respect you and admire you for the work and time that you put in. And a lot of folks are putting in the time and effort, but they're just not doing it properly. It's not so much about doing more. It's about just having the right approach. That way you can actually be doing less and get better results. And so, in short, if you want to look your best, in your clothes, in your suits, and even in your birthday suit, if you know where I'm coming from. Uh, you got to start making training a priority, not just workouts. Training, having some structure on what you need to do when you hit the gym, based on your goals, your fitness level, and your schedule. Okay. And then the second thing is your nutrition. Can't outwork poor nutrition, guys. Like, as much as I work out pretty much almost every day. Not so much for looks anymore, but for like energy and stress management. But if I just ate junk food every day, guys, not only would I not have energy, I wouldn't have the motivation to want to hit the gym. It just wouldn't be as effective for me, because I'm not fueling myself properly. If you don't fuel yourself properly, guys, you won't perform. You kind of like gotta treat your body like an exotic car. Like I'm pretty sure my sports cars, my luxury car folks out there who, you're gonna get where I'm coming from. If you have a Bentley or a Rolls Royce or a Corvette, and you're putting regular gas in that car is eventually gonna break down because of the type of fuel you're putting in there. That's what's happening to a lot of busy professionals, high achieving busy professionals. They're busy all the time, and they make the excuse that, oh, I'm so busy, I just got to get something that's convenient and quick. But they're not putting the right type of fuel in their body. Therefore, their energy starts to drop, physically and mentally. They start to have brain fog. They lose that sense of like, get up and go, and they default to just working all day, and over time the weight creeps up. And so instead, we want to be able to have prepare ahead of time, knowing when you're going to go to the gym, knowing exactly what you're going to do when you go to the gym. Train, right? That's what's going to build the muscle. The nutrition side of things is what's going to help you lean out. That way you look your best in your clothes, in your suits, and your birthday suit. All right? And so once you start doing these things, I'm telling you, you'll look up 3 to 6 months from now, you're leaner, you're stronger, more confident than ever. You have more energy. That way you can excel in your career. That way you can also enjoy time with your family. Okay? And just enjoy life in general. Okay? With that said, guys, these are things I do with my private coaching clients all day long. I put together game plans for them and hold them accountable, support them, and so that way they can, build a body that they're proud of. And so I'll drop a link down in the description below. And if you would like my help, tap that link. All right? We out of here. Let's get it. All right, I see. What I see? Hey, brother, God bless you and hope you're doing good. I appreciate that. I know you snitch on your home. What is going on, man? People are just commenting all kind of crazy stuff on here. Anyway, we're out of here. Peace.